Yeah, I think this is the first interview I've done where you're on a stage.
Cool.
So what's your name and what's your game?
My name is André, Rodrigues, and we're talking about Slash Quest.
So what's Slash Quest?
Slash Quest is a title we launched on Apple Arcade in 2020. It's a game about a magical talking sword that grows longer with everything it kills. Yeah, it's really weird and also really fun, and yeah.
Are you big into swords? Do you have a lot of swords at home?
No, zero swords in my place. We do, like, the company owns a few of them. Not for combat though, just for decoration. And yeah, no, the whole idea of the game actually came about on a Ludum Dare jam in 2015 actually. So it's like an ancient idea that we always wanted to get to fruition and make an actual game about it. But yeah, in the game jam, the themes were like growing and two buttons. So we just made a two button game about a growing sword. And that's where we landed with the thing.
Have you done any sword training at all? You ever done any of the like medieval party nights and all that?
No, not myself. I mean, I don't know what some of the other team members are doing in their spare time, but not myself.
Is this the first game as a team you guys have made and released?
No. I think it's the first like original IP that caught some traction and people know about it. But we spent many years doing small gigs for work for hire. So we have done a lot of Cartoon Network games that went pretty popular. Some like Uncle Grandpa, Adventure Time, a lot of Brazilian cartoons. We made games for them. We worked on Alpha Bear 2 with Sprite Fox and another few indie games. But so yeah, as a team, we've been making games for almost 12 years now.
It's a common story of people that are doing a lot of gigs and work for hire, and then they kind of transition to doing their own stuff. Was working with indies, did that help you kind of make the jump to doing like a full game by yourself, or full like original IP?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the ramping up was we were doing gigs for non-gaming companies that didn't have anything to do with the industry, just for the money, to keep the company alive and keep our salaries. And then we branched into doing, I don't know, Cartoon Network games. Like, there were people at Cartoon Network that cared about games, but they weren't developers. But it was only when we started to have direct contact with other indie teams that had found success in their games that we kind of learned the ropes to do that. And yeah, I mean, money has always been an issue because like most stories are like that because people need their salaries before they can release a game. We don't start our journey in game dev with a lot of money in the bank. So
it's outside of inspiration and kind of like getting an idea of how the game is made. Has it, like, have you built like a network of your trusted indies and your indie pals through the work for hire?
Yes, that happened. After we started working with Sprite Fox, we did some artwork for Armor Games as a publisher for other indies as well. By the time we had that, every time we had a meeting with a publisher, people would like recognize those brands and know that we can deliver the quality that those people that they know require. So I think it's even for the indie space where we wanted to go, it was even more valuable to have the vouching of a fellow indie than to have the recommendation of a big company like Warner or Turner and stuff like that. It holds a lot more value.
Yeah, and I imagine the different validation means different to different people. So I bet you, like, are you modifying your like pitch decks all the time depending on who you're talking to?
Kind of. Now we are more focused on what we want out of a publishing deal, or even like when we are talking to other developers and all of that. So we don't have to like branch out so much. So we don't have to spread so thin. We can be more laser focused. But there was a time when we would come to a conference like this and have a pitch deck for work for hire and a pitch deck for this sort of project or that sort of project. Now we only have like one cannonball.
Yeah. I know you. So you're just work for hire's done. You're just full in on the indie side.
Yes, that's the focus of the company as a whole. Like we made the leap to indie original IPs, and we want to stay there. The only thing that we do eventually is do some artwork or programming work, like in really interesting other indie projects. So even right here, we are like meeting a few people that we have been doing work for the last year or so. That are just like cool projects that we think we can like learn from and collaborate with, and that don't require more than a day of work for every week, because that's our Saturday. It's the only thing we can spare.
and how's that hunt been going? That's not a like, I don't know, interesting projects are kind of hard to come by. I feel like how has it been looking for that kind of opportunity or interesting stuff like?
To be honest, we don't even like look for it anymore, because like I can't go about like offering our work and then not having the time to do it. But we were lucky enough like to have worked with other art directors in other teams at some point, and everybody is gonna have to reference someone else at some point. So every few months, someone knocks on our door basically with something, and when it's really really good and we really like the person, we get it, just because like there's a great connection and a great experience to have.
That's great. I mean, it's just like you talk to so many people that are doing the work for hire stuff that it's cool to see the kind of transition to the next level or the new frontier or whatever.
And I don't even mean it as an objective better thing.
Oh, like,
transition. It was just like I really like doing the work. Everybody in our team is really technical and really like doing the work ourselves. And we didn't see a future in work for hire unless we scaled the team and became managers. Some people start companies to become managers, become leaders, and that's their thing. And that can, like in that case, work for hire can be really good. For our case, it was better to just transition to original IPs, because we had a lot of things that we wanted to do creatively. That I don't know, work for hire can give you all the creative freedom you have. You're still drawing Finn from Adventure Time, so there's not a lot of elbow room for that there. So.
And so your game released during pandemic.
Yes.
What was that like? Is there any like kind of challenges due to that?
Yeah, I mean the biggest
like outside of the medical challenges.
We couldn't celebrate at all. I mean, I'm here with Diego, my partner, that he did a lot of stuff for Slash Quest. He's my partner in business. We are just meeting after like 2 years of having released the game together. So I don't know. It's weird like that. Aside from that, I mean, our company was already semi-remote before the pandemic. So, I don't know. If anything, the pandemic gave us more time to work. And by the end of the development line there, that time was really valuable, I think. Because, I mean, we were not like specifically crunching, but we were all stuck at home with plenty of time to polish the thing and do everything right. But yeah, it still sucks that we couldn't give each other a big hug and like, I don't know, have a beer together when we launched.
Do you have any celebrations planned for GDC?
I mean, we celebrated by walking, I don't know, a gazillion miles and sightseeing yesterday. I don't know. Otherwise, I mean, I think GDC is kind of a celebration itself, because like it's also an event that we wanted to take part in 2020 when it was canceled, and this is actually our first. We never got the funds or the timing right to actually come and do this, so this already feels like a celebration, like we're getting to know other indies and do all the fun stuff.
Cool. Well, thanks for being on the Question Bus. Is there anything else you wanted to plug?
No, man, I mean, you could find us at Big Green Pillow on Twitter, or me, André Rodrigues on Twitter, with a U, not an A. And yeah.
That's in the Rodrigues part?
That's on the André.
Yeah. Oh, on the André part, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, and stay tuned, because like we are pitching around a new project. It's still kind of on the wraps, but eventually trickle down a few mock-ups and concept art over on Twitter. So if you want to stay tuned for that, if you like Slash Quest, the other one is gonna be, I'm thinking, more interesting, bigger, and better. So yeah, stay tuned.
Cool.